You're about to witness a seismic event. Now,
ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Hands together.
it's time. You're now rocking. Welcome to
The Leo Podcast.
The Leo Podcast.
The Leo Podcast.
The Leo Podcast.
I'm assuming that everybody in here witnessed history in the theaters.
Yes.
No.
Let's jump right into it. This is a spoiler review for Avengers Infinity War. Without further ado, let's get into it. What were your first thoughts walking out of the theater when it first finished?
¿Cómo estás?
Okay, what about yours?
I was like, whoa. That was tough, man. That was crazy. It's mind blowing.
Spider-Man was so strong. He was almost there. And then he was like, I don't want to die. And then they didn't let him die. It's sad.
But here's the thing. Did he die?
Hold on.
Nah.
Gotta get Leon.
To be
I
honest,
don't think he died.
Let's get Leon's
I
thoughts.
feel you because I'm a Spider-Man fan myself. But they're not going to end it off like that, bro. I know for a fact what G's about to ask us, I know for a fact some of them not going to be dead, bro. I feel like, this is my theory, like, I think some of them is inside the Soul Stone. You know how Gamora's inside the Soul Stone and stuff.
This is my theory too. Same thing with him. Like they're in the Soul Stone, and then Captain Marvel's gonna show up, and then Adam from, the previous Guardian of the Galaxy movie when he was in.
You talking Adam Warlock?
Yeah, Adam Warlock.
I don't know, man.
I feel like they're gonna.
I think they're trying to go a different direction from what the comic did. Because in the comic, Adam Warlock was able to beat the crap out of Thanos himself.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I think they're gonna do.
they're gonna do.
Because
You think so?
if you seen if you waited till the credits over, Thanos was in that. I think I don't know where that was, but I think it was afterward. But he didn't have it on. Like he didn't have the gauntlet with him.
Well, if you pay
So
attention
he
at the
snapped
very
his
end,
fingers.
at the very end of the movie, you see that the gauntlet's kind of messed up because it took out a lot of power.
Yeah.
To
Can
that
they get
snap.
fixed?
Because used all of the stones are fine.
No,
It's
I'm
the
talking about
gauntlet.
Gauntlet.
They can reforge it. They
But
could because remember that guy still
That
exists.
Thor
Exactly.
guy, bro.
Yeah, because Thor
They can make another gauntlet.
Thor redid the restarted up the star, so I feel like they can always go back and make the gauntlet, and you see how he basically when they destroyed the stone, he reversed time and he took it out himself. So I feel like they're gonna get the gauntlet, restore the gauntlet, and snap at time. But when they do that, Thanos is gonna come back and it's gonna be the same problem over again. But this time they're not gonna mess up.
Do you think it's possible that
This was all part of the
when Doctor Strange
Yeah.
gave up the stone, do you think it's possible that before he gave up the stone that he may have cast a spell on it
Yeah.
for everything to be like in an infinite loop until they get it right?
Or
Wouldn't that be crazy?
I can't lie.
That'd be crazy.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Because remember before
Think
they
about
gave
it, because
before they
he
went-
had the stone hidden somewhere, and then when it came up, it was like
oh yeah, and they keep on trying. You remember when he was like
when they're trying to get it out of the eye of
when
Agamotto.
he checked 14 million ways
It was only one way to win.
Oh, boy.
and one way to win, and then they kept.
And that
on-
required him to give up the stone.
Yeah.
Because somewhere in that future, it requires Tony Stark to be alive.
Yeah.
But I do think, and this is just me, some unpopular opinion, but I do think that there's a chance that Doctor Strange may have casted some type of spell on the stone before he gave it to him.
I think he did because remember before he said no matter what he was not giving up the stone, even if that means.
And now he was like,
Iron Man-
okay, I'll give up the stone.
Exactly. Even if they had to die for the stone to be good.
Because the longer I thought about it, I think it goes deeper than letting Tony live.
I
Because I feel like it's required that Tony Stark has to be alive because that was in the 14 million something possible
Yeah,
ways
but he's
of.
not like the hero.
But I feel like in order for this to work out, it's required that Tony be alive.
Just to be there.
You know what I'm saying? Because he plays a major role
in everything.
in everything.
Yeah.
But I also think that he may have casted a spell
Yeah, but yeah.
on that stone because I feel like every time they fail, it might just reloop.
You ever notice
That would be cool.
You ever notice that the original Avengers, everybody
Oh, yeah, the original Avengers are left.
still left.
To the exception of Nick Fury, he disappeared.
Yeah, Nick Fury's.
And then
'Cause
only
he wasn't
only
really
one
good, I
Guardian.
think.
Only no two Guardians.
Yeah.
Two
Nebula
Guardians,
and
two
Rocket.
Guardians,
And Rocket.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Rocket. No,
Yeah. Rocket's there.
Rocket's there. Yeah, Rocket's there.
Nebula
Groot
and
did.
Rocket.
Nebula and
died.
Rocket. Groot is gone.
Groot's gone.
Star-Lord is gone.
Hey, isn't
But-
that
Gamora's killed.
But
Hold up,
Okay,
stop. Did you see the post on Twitter
About
about
Marvel.
Marvel?
Patrick Pratt for this missile. Patrick Pratt for this missile, please.
About Marvel posted what Groot final words was.
Yeah, I seen that.
What was Groot's
Man.
final words?
He called Rocket.
You called Rocket
bro.
Dad before he died. Before he disappeared.
I was like,
That's depressing.
damn.
And the directors confirmed it too.
That's crazy because
So that's crazy.
remember Thor's the only one that spoke Groot. If that makes,
Yeah, because he took an elective
because he took an elective.
and learned how to
He
speak
learned.
Groot.
But I like how brave Groot was because at the beginning
He
you
was
see,
just
he
playing
didn't
games.
care.
He didn't care about
He
nobody.
didn't care about
Didn't
nobody,
care,
but then
bruh.
he looked down and he
There was
like,
something about Thor that made him
exactly, and then that's when he
Yeah.
he
Cut
grabbed,
off his hand.
grabbed the thing, he cut off his hand, and it stuck together, and you could see the electricity going through Thor, and then he came back alive. Like everybody knew they was in trouble when they seen.
Let me
Thor.
ask you this: is Groot worthy?
Yeah.
I feel like
Think about
Groot is worthy, bro.
Is Captain America worthy?
No.
Because remember,
No. But I'm talking about the new hammer / axe that they created,
Oh,
Stormbreaker.
yeah.
Is Groot worthy?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because the thing was picked up. With Groot's hand.
That means he had to lift it up.
So do you think Groot is worthy?
I think so. I think so because he lifted up. If you're not worthy, you won't be able to lift it up. It took him time. Like he was like,
Right.
But
But he lifted
he
it up. He lifted
eventually
it up.
lifted it up and put it together.
No,
when
Groot
he
is not
said-
worthy to lift it up
But he did lift it up.
because it was his arm. He didn't lift up the actual thing. He lifted up. First of all, he didn't lift up the actual thing. Then two, his father didn't put the spell on him.
Wait,
So,
what?
remember
What spell
how
on?
the
Guys,
first
if you want to
Odin-
come to the weight room, it's open.
You go. All right. No.
Oh, you mean enchant the hammer?
Yeah, exactly. So does it really count?
I think
No, it doesn't.
it's attached to Thor though, so I do think it.
No, because Thor didn't touch it at that time yet. Because Thor really didn't grab it yet.
But he went like this though.
He didn't have to. He was like this, and it was already
And
And it
connected.
came to him. So no matter where he is, it comes
Bro,
back.
do
No
you
matter
know?
what it was.
Yes, it
It's a
was
part of him.
enchanted.
Yeah.
Maybe they skipped that part for this movie.
It is enchanted.
Exactly.
You
But I
remember-
feel like
What is this called? This storm chaser?
First of all,
Stormbreaker.
That's not even
Stormbreaker.
Thor's actual.
Yeah,
it actually belongs to Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, Beta
But
Ray
no,
Bill.
but Thor does get a replacement,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
an axe.
He
And that
does,
one's
yeah,
called
yeah.
Yornbjorn
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that.
But that's not in this.
But that's not in this
Yeah,
one.
they
This
gave
is
him
the
Stormbreaker,
Stormbreaker, which I probably feel like
It is
they're probably leaving room to introduce Beta Ray Bill later.
Because they were going to.
They were gonna do it in Thor Ragnarok, yeah.
That would be
Right.
so.
But they said that they didn't want to just give him a cameo because he's such a great character.
Yes.
That he needs like a full arc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why y'all think that Hulk didn't want to come out?
No.
First of all, you have to imagine, right? Picture yourself as the Hulk, the strongest there is.
Yeah.
He
And
just
then-
got.
No one can beat you.
And he just
You are used to beating everyone. And for the first time in your life, you get a two-piece. One to the neck, to the stomach. You get knee to the face, and you get picked up by the throat and slammed onto the floor.
And it have to be.
For the first time ever, you're never going to be the same.
But no, it wasn't
I
that.
thought- when-
It wasn't
never
that.
gonna be the
They're
same.
bringing out
When I seen that, I thought like he was gonna come back even stronger
He
because he's gonna
was.
get
He
mad.
was.
No, but here's what I
They were
think.
going to let him, but in
I
fact,
think
they're building up for
They
4.
building.
I think he's going to come back stronger
As
when
World
Black
Breaker.
Widow gets killed as World Breaker Hulk.
Because.
Oh,
that's-
yeah,
that's-
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Black Widow's going to get killed. Because remember, the directors are saying that it only gets worse from here.
Yo, that junk gonna get live.
Black Widow, I'm calling it right now. Black Widow's getting killed. Hulk is going to snap.
Yeah,
And that's when his full strength comes out.
He's gonna.
He's
That's
gonna
what I
go
think.
Crazy.
That's
Cause
next-
that's all he thinks about. Cause remember,
Huh?
he
I
didn't
ain't
even
gonna front.
remember
It's
when he
kinda
broke up.
close.
Because they're going to have a Black Widow solo movie, but it's going to be a prequel. Only reason why they would prequel is because she has nowhere else to go
Exactly.
from this current storyline. I mean, if you look at Han Solo died in The Force Awakens,
And they give him his own.
and now they're giving him his own solo as solo as his own movie as a prequel to how he was before it got to the main storyline of Star Wars.
I can see it happening.
So they're gonna do a prequel for Black Widow. Why would they do that? Probably because she's gonna die.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But what y'all think? Captain America was worthy because you seen at like
Yes.
Captain America has a pure heart, but
Because when
It moved.
when he punched him, he was holding him like not punched him, but he was like
What you
pushing
mean
him
working?
on the hammer, not the hammer, the
Gauntlet?
the gauntlet. He was pushing down on him with the gauntlet.
That's just
And-
pure. That's pure will. You have to
And
understand.
then
Cap
he
has
was like
will.
nobody else could really
What are you talking about?
hold themselves
You
against.
talking
him.
about when Thanos is pushing onto him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but because
And
he
I
has
think,
the-
even
but you have to
Thanos
keep
was
in mind,
Bro,
man,
Thanos wasn't trying.
that super soldier serum is no joke.
Bro, Thanos was surprised that
he has
Captain
that will.
America
You have to
was on
understand. Will and grit goes a long way. And quote unquote, Captain America is supposed to represent America,
Alright.
and they're not gonna let Cap look like no
That's true.
softy.
That
like
and-
honestly, they're not gonna do that. Cap, literally, if in real life, Cap's supposed to have been dead by now. That's what I'm kind of mad about.
Yeah.
Cap's
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
he was supposed to die in
He was
Civil
a
War.
little old.
Captain America was supposed to die in the
That
Civil
Civil
War.
War,
story.
but they weren't.
A
gonna
lot
let
of
him.
people
Exactly.
died.
Yeah,
in
it was
comics.
inside the-
But
A lot.
honestly, yeah, they're not going for script reasons. They're not going to let Cap look like that because the
Why
only
you finna
person that could go hand to hand with Thanos is Thor.
It's me.
I
It's
think
Thor.
I think Thor is the only person. 'Cause I think he
Thor
understands.
is the only.
He understands it way more than
For now,
and,
for now, it's just
Doctor
Thor.
Strange
No, yeah.
can hold off.
for now.
Oh, you know what? No. When Doctor Strange was fighting against Thanos, they were going like back and forth.
Yeah.
He didn't like. They didn't really one up each other, to be honest with you.
It was even.
If it was a physical battle, Thanos would have murked him. But it was
Gym for gym.
Thanos versus.
Magic.
It wasn't even just the gem because he wasn't even using the time
wasn't
stone.
even
wasn't even using it.
He was using just his magic.
He was using an alter.
He was
another
shooting
dimension, another dimension.
just his magic.
he was just
he
using
shot
magic only,
like
bro.
remember when Thanos shot him
Yes.
and he turned it into butterflies and stuff. Like what?
It's
Dude.
because you notice when the fight was over, Thanos was like, you have one of the most powerful weapons and you're not even using it because he wasn't using the gem.
He did say that, yeah.
And then that's when he broke the thing off his chest. And
I'm
he
saying
broke
don't sleep on Doctor Strange, bro.
But Doctor Strange is live.
Doctor Strange was a
When I
beast
watched
in
when
this
I watched the
movie.
movie, I, ain't
I
think
feel
it
like
was
he was
good.
better in this movie than his own movie.
Yeah,
Because
His
remember,
own movie, I
in his
think
own
he was
movie, he
like-
was
Because he had to
just
learn.
learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I didn't even think he was gonna be able to do
Marvel
that.
keep following the same pattern though.
Yeah.
In every first
But
movie,
it
they
is
introduce,
getting
they follow the
it's
same
getting
What do you
more
mean?
interesting as it goes.
Like,
Like leaving
when-
holes everywhere.
Like I looked up so with Iron Man, right? Like literally.
Well, Iron Man and Doctor Strange were always very similar.
Yeah. But they always follow the same pattern, Marvel, when it comes to introducing characters.
Not really.
Yes.
Not always.
Yeah. If you after
With
this,
Captain
I'll show
America,
You. No, after this, I'll
Black
show you. I'll show you
Panther,
after this. I'll show you after this.
Ant-Man.
No,
Ant-Man was different.
They follow the
don't
same guidelines. bro.
How is Ant-Man following the same guidelines?
I'm gonna show you because I can't remember
How is
exactly how,
Captain
but I saw the
America?
thing.
Dang.
I saw it, bro. Like you'll see when I bring it up.
You know
Black
what threw me off? I didn't know Bucky was gonna be in Wakanda. Maybe I didn't pay attention.
Well, because
He was in.
I didn't even know
if
that.
you look at the end of Civil War,
Not.
no, at the end of Civil War first.
Oh, okay.
That was when he first was brought to
I was
Wakanda,
just making
and they
sure.
froze him because they
Yeah.
wanted to see if they could get
Yeah.
the stuff out.
And they did.
Then the after credit scene of Captain
Black Panther.
America,
No, Black
Black
Panther.
Panther,
Black Panther.
you see that
White
he's
Wolf.
better now,
And he's white
But
wolf.
no.
He's white.
and he's now known as the White Wolf.
Yeah, because they had
Then in this movie they gave him his new arm.
they
That
brought the chest,
vibranium
and
arm,
then
boy.
he was like, "Where's the war?" Like he didn't even act. Like he's
Yeah, because he's chilling.
Cause that was
His mind is clear now.
That was
Is he in
hilarious.
Wakanda?
And then how he was
If I was in Wakanda, I'd be chilling too.
I'd be loud.
I ain't gonna lie though.
I'd rub a girl head.
I'm still questioning myself since the beginning
Yeah,
of
put
the
on your
movie.
back, Keelan.
Like, I'm still questioning myself since the beginning of the movie. Where do you think were Valkyrie and Grodd? Where they
Well,
end
they
up
already
at?
explained. The directors already explained. If you paid attention to how the ship looked in the end of Thor Ragnarok, and then you see how it looks in this movie, you see something is missing, right?
And what?
So in Infinity
Remember
War,
in
Thor Ragnarok,
Yeah.
the refugee ship looked a little bigger in Thor Ragnarok
Yeah.
than what it looked
There
like
was an
in
extra
this
wing.
movie.
There was an extra wing.
So the escape pods is where Valkyrie and Korg went to escape. So they're fine.
Oh, what's it? Someone died. The other one died.
Heimdall.
Yeah, the big. No.
Heimdall, the guy that
No, the big rock guy. He died.
Korg,
The rock guy?
Korg,
No.
escaped with Valkyrie.
Someone had it. Like the directors came to a school, like a high school, and they were like, I forgot what happened. And someone asked about Valkyrie, and he said, "Yeah, Valkyrie and them, they escaped on the pod."
So they need to
And
get their
someone-
story straight.
And then
because
someone
in
asked
another
about,
interview, he said that he escaped with Valkyrie.
No, someone asked about Korg. I think it was.
Or was it Meek?
No, let me figure out.
Meek is the one that Korg was holding the whole time.
Why?
No. It wasn't. It
I
was
wonder
something
why he didn't
important.
kill it.
Hold on.
Why do you think Thanos didn't kill Nebula?
Nebula? You mean Nebula?
Nebula.
Because he's not supposed to in the comics.
If you
he does
really
it.
pay attention, Thanos only kills when he really needs to.
Yeah. And she's a waste of a kill, honestly.
I'm saying, but he had her like exactly where he wanted her in pain.
Because, well, if you think about it, it's one of his adopted daughters.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't like her as much as Gamora.
Yeah.
So all he did was torture her, but he didn't kill her.
He tortured her to hurt Gamora, but because he didn't want to. I don't think he wanted to hurt Gamora physically unless he had to. That's why when he was.
Well,
crying
it's his favorite. It's his favorite daughter. He says it all. He said it in the first Guardians. That Gamora is his favorite daughter. He didn't want to kill her, but he did because he was crying before he did it.
Exactly, but he felt like he had to accomplish his own goals.
Yeah, because he felt like for the greater good, I have to get rid of my only daughter.
So okay,
That's
question.
why she wanted him to kill her before she went.
Alright.
He had to give her up in order to get the Soul Stone. It's an exchange.
Okay, so
That's why
one
he
question.
wanted. What's the name wanted her to get shot? Like that's why she was like, shoot me before he take me. Right?
She wanted Star-Lord to kill her
Way before Thanos.
way before Thanos got a hold
But
of
he
her.
was too scared.
Because she was the only one that knew where the Soul Stone was. So he figured if Star-Lord kills her before Thanos finds out,
And
He
Thanos
can't
don't
get
have
the
the
Soul
time,
Stone.
Jim. Exactly.
And plus, before he even tried to kill her, when he was there with her, she tried to stab herself.
yeah.
And he turned it into bubbles when he tried to shoot.
That was hilarious.
That was funny.
One question though. Do you think so Marvel said well not Marvel but some people they start finding out things like if they might keep some characters dead, like officially.
Yeah, they said they're not going to reverse some things.
So
They should reverse.
That's the only way they're going to keep the stakes high.
so
And they said just because they have sequels does not mean they're back. They're back that early. Believe that.
So-
That's exactly what they said. They said Black Panther 2 and Homecoming for Spider-Man, just because those guys have their movie set, does not mean that they're coming back like how we think they're coming back.
I think Spider-Man should come back.
He's coming back.
So Black Panther, my belief
He's
is
got-
that Black
He got
Panther,
his metal suit.
But he coming.
Black Panther and Spider-Man, they're going to be figuring out how to bring them back. That's my belief.
Well, they released some set pictures of Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie,
Yeah.
so they kind of screwed that up.
to be honest,
Because they showed Tom Holland
they leaked them out.
clearly in his costume
Yeah.
for the next Spider-Man.
And plus,
Doesn't mean that could be the end. You get what I'm saying? Like the whole movie could be.
or no.
Just like the Flash, bro. Like the Flash.
What are you bringing up, Flash, bro?
No.
In Spider-Man's case, Black Panther maybe, but they already gave away everything for Spider-Man in terms of some set photos that were leaked.
I don't know.
But back
And
to
plus,
my
they just
question. though.
introduced
Because he's going around
Just
the
because you
world.
introduce
in
something
this
don't
one.
mean something. Don't mean anything.
Nah.
And they're gonna have three.
I
three
think
villains.
Black Panther is too like
Now here's the thing.
popular. I think right now to let it die off.
He's
That
not
quick.
dying. I didn't say.
But
nothing
I feel
about
like-
that.
They straight, but it's not.
Like I mean, Black Panther made way too much money
Let him die.
for them to get rid of him.
I'm not saying
So they're
he's
gonna
bad.
find a way to like, I don't know how they're gonna do
Like a
it,
spin-off.
but they're gonna try to find a way to still get him in there, but still keep the stakes meaningful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because remember, even in the comics, Shuri became the next Black Panther.
I
So
the part you said, I'm remembering again, like how they could have left a part out when he put the spell on it. I feel like the next movie they'll make, they'll show,
they're gonna show stuff that we didn't see.
yeah, and they'll show him putting the spell on the gym, where it keeps
know, I
repeating till they get it right, like you said.
That's
Like he did in his own movie.
Yeah.
That's what I
With
want to
Dormammu?
talk about,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Remember
And
in
they
the
don't
trailer?
run through the
Dormammu.
14 million.
Remember in the trailer, it shows all of them running together, right?
You think it's in the next one?
I think that's in the next one, to be honest.
It's a good theory.
Because I was rewatching the trailer after the movie like 5 times. I'm like,
It's a good
where
theory.
is that scene?
No, there's a lot of scenes that weren't in the movie.
Yeah, but
There were a whole lot.
They only do
They
that.
might put
They
it in
always do
another
that.
movie though.
They
They
are-
always do
they
that.
are-
But
did
they usually sometimes they do it to mislead
Yeah.
because if you remember in Thor Ragnarok on the commercials,
He had
Thor had 2 eyes.
Yeah, but after
In the movie,
one.
that one eye was gone.
And when he put his new eye in, it had like a little light going.
But they put his
If I don't know if y'all peeped that when he first
Yeah, we
put it
seen
in,
it.
it was going like a
I
whole
seen
nother
it.
way with a light. Like
Yeah.
it was had its own thing.
It was like orange type color.
Yeah, like yeah. Whatever.
Maybe that's just to lead us somewhere else, but I seen that in his eye.
So what are your predictions for the next film? Like final predictions for the next film?
Go first.
That they're gonna introduce Captain Marvel. Well, they're gonna have
Well,
a
that's
Captain
not
Marvel.
really
Ooh,
They gonna have a.
That's taking a
you know
jump.
that's kind of a giveaway.
Yeah.
They gonna Well, all right.
Something that we don't already have evidence to.
Something that you.
Well,
can
I don't
draw
think
about.
they're gonna finish the Infinity War next movie. I don't think.
You think? You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Because the next Avengers is supposed to be the end of everything.
For real? I don't know.
The way the directors, no, not the directors, the way the producer, Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, the way he described it, Avengers 4 is like the end of a book. And then Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is like the beginning of a new book. So everything that happened between Iron Man all the way to Avengers 4 is one story. And a whole new story starts with the next Guardians and whatever Marvel movies they have next. And they're being very careful because Marvel usually had the habit of saying, okay, in the next couple of years, these are the movies we're releasing. Notice they're not doing it this time. However, Kevin Feige did say that he has movies planned all the way through 2022.
But what if I got a
God
question?
damn.
What if
But he hasn't revealed the slate.
what if like because you know how they need Iron Man in every plan. What if at the
Not
end,
every plan.
I'm saying like what if at the end of the war he comes to find out that what if he has to sacrifice himself in order to end the war?
Here's my thing.
He,
I'll do you one better. I think Tony Stark is probably going to sacrifice himself and die, but not really sacrifice himself. He's going to become the new artificial intelligence. Like, you know what Jarvis was?
yeah.
That's crazy.
He might be the new Jarvis if he sacrifices his body, but he's gonna upload his consciousness so he can still be alive someplace.
That'd be
You
crazy.
Tony Stark is
What if he
crazy.
what if he put himself
That sound like something that Batman would do.
Yeah.
To be
what
honest,
if he put himself into a bot though? What if his body is deceased, but his body is into a
No, but that's
bot?
what I'm saying.
Like,
He's gonna upload his consciousness into some type of form of artificial intelligence, so that way he can upload himself into anything he wants. A computer,
yeah.
a robot, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like instead of like you know how Jarvis is just like inside the computer.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
what if he instead of like inside the computer, he's
Inside one of the suits.
One of the suits. That way, well he can go.
If a
from
suit
each-
gets destroyed, he'll
he
just jump
just
to another
jumps
suit,
the
kind of
next
like what
suit.
Ultron did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way he's basically. What can you do now?
Yeah,
We're going crazy.
he's immortal.
Basically, he immortalized himself.
I know this is off the topic, but when you think they're gonna make Ultron come back?
Yo, does he even deserve to come back?
Yes, bro.
Because
Because look at their roster now.
So,
Ultron isn't really gonna stand a chance.
bro.
Have him fight Captain Marvel by himself.
Hold up. You guys.
By herself.
Hold up. You guys.
I ain't gonna lie.
Hold up. Hold up.
Who?
You guys watched
Ultron.
You guys watched the anime series of Avengers?
Yeah, when
You
there's
remember
kids.
how, like, he came back and then right after the beat Thanos and he got Infinity Gauntlet.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's the.
If my theory is correct about Iron Man becoming an artificial intelligence, he's gonna overload Ultron if Ultron comes back. Tony Stark.
Oh.
What was Tony Stark?
Because remember, he created Ultron,
Yeah.
so he could override Ultron's programming.
Yeah. But you could do like just like a 1-2 thing.
The one, two, you think so?
Yeah, like.
Okay, so my thing is this. I don't think Ultron needs to come back
Okay.
I don't think so. Either.
because we have way too many people
Too much
that
power.
can murk Ultron now.
Too much power.
Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange,
Shuri.
Captain Marvel, Shuri. Way too many people.
Shuri by herself.
Way too many people.
Dr.
While she sleep.
Dr. Marvel by himself. But I like. What else I liked about this movie?
What was your favorite moment?
All
All right, what's your top three favorite moments?
top 3 favorite moments?
'Cause I know one is too hard.
All right.
Top 3 favorite moments.
I know one moment that I didn't like. They planned for what's that girl name that was with Vision?
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, they was planning on her to come down. So when she came down, that's when they went up there. I feel like if she would have stayed up there, even though she knew she needed help, if she would have stayed up there, I feel like she could have did it from up there, where she didn't have to leave, like go too far away from him.
You're right. She
'Cause
probably could have done it from
she-
far away. She
exactly.
probably could have stayed up there and did that whole hand thing.
Exactly. She didn't have to go down to the field. And that way, she wouldn't put him as in much danger because she could have fight him, but it's still taking the stone out of his head.
Yeah.
That's another way they could have helped. But one of my favorite moments was when Thor was holding the star thing open, and it was burning him up, and then you can just see his body like float across.
Can we not take into account that Thanos got stabbed in the chest by an axe and it hurt him, right? But Thor got hit by the force of a star and shook it off.
Yes.
Thor's a god.
Are we sleeping on Thor?
Are we forgetting
We
that
are.
Thor is a
I
god?
think we are.
Thor
mixed with the
technically,
angel?
Thor is looked at as a god by the humans, but he's an Asgardian from
He's
from
a
another
man.
planet.
He might be.
He's a man.
Might be.
Remember that? He's a man. He's
He's not a dude.
He's not a
He's
dude.
a
He's
man.
a man.
You're a dude.
He's a man.
He's a man.
Big muscular man.
And I like.
It was so.
Awkward.
Yeah. Let's put it that way.
It was awkward. And then, what I also noticed, how if he landed on the outside ship with his eyes open. Remember, he landed, his eyes closed, then he opened them. I mean, he was up. But when he got back in the
Because
ship,
he's Asgardian. He's
but when he got back in the ship, they had him sleep, and then the lady woke him up.
Movie mistake.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good observation. You want to know another movie mistake that I don't think maybe a few people noticed?
I think I would notice. Say it.
What happened to Scarlet Witch's accent?
Her accent
Gone.
went away.
Gone.
Gone. She started speaking. Wow.
Yeah.
That's tough.
No accent.
That's tough.
She was talking like this on the other two movies, and now she's speaking
American.
Straight
American?
English.
Like what?
I think.
She probably got used
Was
to
that
it,
on
I guess,
purpose?
or something.
Maybe.
What do you think Iron Man is gonna do? What's his name die? The leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Star Lord, he disappeared.
Star-Lord?
He disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, if they bring him back, what you think Iron Man is gonna do to him? Because it's basically his fault.
Is it though?
Yeah, yes, he lost his anger.
He
And
did.
it hit him and not.
But there were a couple of opportunities that they still could have gotten it. Think back to the beginning of the movie when they were fighting in New York, and the big monster got teleported into the snow, and he tried to come back, and Wong closed the portal and cut off his hand.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they do that with Thanos? Doctor Strange could have easily done that.
He could have easily went.
So if that's the case, I could blame Doctor Strange if I wanted to. Why didn't you cut off his hand the way Wong did the other dude? That's one. I could blame Thor because why did you stab him in the chest? Why couldn't you cut his head off? Or why couldn't you just cut his hand off?
But the
You could
reason-
throw the axe anywhere you want, and you chose the chest because you wanted to get into his face and gloat about, oh, I got you now?
Exactly.
Bro.
He was like, I told you, and then he pushed it deeper.
But this is where I stopped out there, though. Like, you already know how the creators is. They're not gonna try to end the movie like that.
Of course not.
So they had to do something.
That
stupid.
killing
They-
be too easy.
They already
It's
know.
a cliffhanger. It's a cliffhanger.
Basically,
They did it as a cliffhanger on purpose.
because even though when I be working on my book and I know like I can make this character just simply do that and kill that person,
Yeah.
they know they can't just end it up.
So you think for storyline purposes to make things a little more challenging?
Yes.
Exactly. Because if he would have cut off his head, it's over. His arm is over.
Basically, we don't
take it.
we don't need to have no
Yeah.
another.
But let's take ourselves back into the story because we're looking at it from like
From the
a
character
movie going audience now.
Yeah.
But now let's look into the actual like we're inside the moment.
like we're living there.
I
So-
could easily blame not only Star Lord. I could blame Doctor Strange because he ain't cut off his hand like he did the other dude.
Exactly.
I could blame Thor because he was cocky and didn't stab him in the neck or cut off his hand. And he was too busy gloating. So really, between Star Lord, Thor, and Doctor Strange, I can get mad at all three of them.
I could.
However, the only reason why I forgive Doctor Strange and Thor is because they made up for it. Thor,
Came back crazy.
oh my gosh,
Came back and went crazy. He was,
and then of course, what's his face?
he was hurting people.
Doctor Strange, murking cats. You know what I'm saying? So it was great. It was great. But you didn't tell me your top three moments though.
Top three moments.
Top three moments before we wrap up.
Thanos crying. Never seen him cry before.
Okay, so that's one.
What else? It's kind of hard because every moment was so deep.
Yeah.
But when Thor came back, the image that they gave him was like he's
Beautiful.
untouchable. Like he's nobody like him. And then when Captain America was holding the thing, because Thanos was so surprised that he can hold that much on him. That's why Thanos had to use the other hand to hit him, because he was like he's overpowering you.
Yeah. What about you? Top 3.
Alright, my top 3 is my top 3 favorite scenes. I'm gonna have to put some comedy favorite scenes into it too. You know, basically, my favorite scenes is basically when Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange was at the shit. You know, and that scene was just funny on there, just introducing themselves and all that. And what else? One of my favorite scenes was what Keelan was talking about when Thor came in. The introduction was perfect timing and all. And my most favorite thing was when they was fighting Thanos trying to get the glove, and they had Doctor Strange and Spider-Man team up, and then
Mantis came through too.
Came in clutch.
Put Thanos to sleep.
Yeah, she was like, and she had him. She was holding him too.
Until freaking Star-Lord lost his cool, and snapped him out.
And then like she was trying to hold on as the punches was coming because she knew it was coming, I guess. But the punches, I guess, was too hard. She just knocked out. So she let one hand go. You could see him waking up, and then he grabbed it with his left hand.
Bro, the glove was.
Spider-Man, he had
it. What else? What I was thinking, like, why Spider-Man didn't just whip it off? Like, cause he had his hand, he could have just easily webbed it and then sling it somewhere away from him. Yeah. Where they give him bottom time to like get him back under it.
Yeah, my favorite scene.
Like they could handle him.
They could have. My favorite scene was when they all teamed up on Thanos on that Titan planet.
Okay.
Oh man, Doctor Strange was just amazing.
He was.
Of course, Thor's return. And then that one scene where Drax was standing there and he was like, "I'm invisible. I'm moving so slow that you can't see me." Hey, Drax! Oh, dang it! That was funny.
That was funny.
And a tie for that scene, for that funny moment. Where's Gamora? I'll do you one better. Who's Gamora? I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
That was hilarious.
But yeah, man, it was.
What scene didn't you like?
I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that they made Vision useless. Vision got stabbed once, and he was useless for the rest of the movie. And if you remember how powerful he was in Avengers, Age of Ultron, and Civil War,
yeah, he was very powerful.
He should have been murking people.
Exactly.
He got stabbed once. That was it. So I didn't like that.
He said it was a certain type of metal that was on it.
Yeah, that could only affect him. And I could have done without the planet. The scene where they were making his hammer was a little too long. Could have shortened it a little bit. Not when they were making the hammer, but when they met up with the giant dude.
Yeah,
they could have shortened that scene a little bit. Because I didn't care about him. I really didn't care.
You really didn't
just make the man a hammer.
That's right.
Damn, do you know what Leon Clark's footbag is?
All right, so that's our show, man. And until next time, we are out.
Peace.